Hey, what's up? My name is J.M. Chaley and welcome to my channel. This week I want to talk about a new book that I have coming out, a new novel. If you've been following social media, you know what this is. No surprises here. But my Kindle Vella series, The Vampires of 1863, is coming out in novel format in June. I don't have a precise date yet, so stick around for that. I will announce it soon. But June is when it will come out. And this is a 25 episode Kindle Vella series compiled into a novel format. And I am so excited about this. If you don't know, The Vampires of 1863 follows the adventures of a very young Lisa Cooper in the year 1863 when she's only a vampire of 3 years. She was created or turned into a vampire in the year 1860. So she's only been a vampire for 3 years. When she stumbles upon a murder, she is swept up into a deadly plot that changes the entire vampire hierarchy in Boston. And she's thrown into the thick of it as a very young and inexperienced vampire. I am stoked for this series. You know, I was going through my edits recently and putting some final touches on things and, you know, trying to find any spelling mistakes I may have overlooked, that sort of thing. And I'm reading through everything. And, you know, if you've written a book, and many of you have, or you're writing any kind of manuscript at all, you know that you're going to read this thing over and over and over again, and you can almost get tired of how often you have to read the same manuscript over and over again. And regardless of that, this book, after reading it so many times, hit me in the heart in all the right places every single time, all over again. Even just now, I'm like reading this stuff and I'm like, damn. You know, it's kind of like what Robert Frost said, no tears in the writer, no tears in the reader. And this, I got to tell you, it hits me. You know, as I'm writing it, as I'm rereading it, it hits me. The Vampires of 1863, I'm so excited for this release. So, without further ado, I want to get to a cover teaser. But before I do that, I want to talk about the artist himself. Now, I have hired a professional artist by the name of J.K. Woodward. J.K. Woodward is a professional comic book artist. He does other stuff besides comic books. He's done book covers before. He's done commissions and all sorts of stuff. He's worked for IDW. He's worked for Marvel. He's probably worked for other comic book companies that I'm forgetting. I don't want to assume. But definitely IDW and Marvel are on his resume. Check out some of his works here. I mean, he's an extremely talented artist, and I am stoked to have hired him to do the cover of The Vampires of 1863. I am drooling over this cover, you guys. JK works with watercolors on Bristol board. That means that every comic book page that he does is a work of fine art. This is stuff like museum quality, hanging on the wall, right in a frame type stuff. This is the real deal. Hand painted watercolors. I am stoked and excited about this cover. So, let us get to the cover itself. The tease. And here it is. The Vampire... Okay, that's a shitty... come on, that's no good. You want more than that, right? Why would they even have this as an option for a thing? Let me give you a better one. I'll give you a better sneaky. There you go. So that shows more. Look at this. I am so psyched about this cover. I swear. Again, this is Lisa. Of course, her name, her birth name, is actually Siobhan McQueenie. She's an Irish immigrant. She was born in Ireland in 1838, I want to say. My math in my brain. And she was turned as a vampire in the year 1860. Does that math work out right for me? But again, very inexperienced on the streets of Boston in 1863, only a vampire of 3 years, in way over her head, caught up in this massive plot with dangerous fae folk, vampire lords, right? All this kind of stuff is coming in, and the walls are closing in all around her. Meanwhile, she's just trying to live her life as best she can. Her family is still there. They live in the North End in Boston. She wants to sneak away and spend time with her family and just hold on to the last remnants of what she has in life as she's being pulled into this other life of hers, this other dark existence. She's like, no, let me hold on to my family just a little longer, please, you know. And worlds collide. There's so much action and feels and drama and excitement. I am excited about this book, and what better cover to capture it than the artwork of J.K. Woodward. I am stoked. So that's the sneak peek. That's the preview. There's more to come. I will give you the exact date in June when this title is launching. I hope you grab a copy. It will be available on paperback, hardback, and ebook. The same as The Unlife of Lisa Cooper is, which, by the way, is out now and available everywhere books are sold. Links are in the description if you want to pick up a copy of that right now. You don't need to read, by the way, you don't need to read The Unlife of Lisa Cooper to get The Vampires of 1863 and understand it, and vice versa. You don't need to read The Vampires of 1863 to pick up on all the stuff in The Unlife of Lisa Cooper. But if you do read the two books together, you'll see that there's some callbacks, some cross-pollinations, some familiar names, some of the rivals that are in The Unlife of Lisa Cooper, she's meeting for the first time in The Vampires of 1863, which is fun. So there's stuff like that. All right, I think about Lisa. No, I think that just about wraps it up. Definitely tune in next time when I'm going to do the full cover reveal with the launch date. I am stoked, you guys, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I forgot to do the pointy thing. Right? And I'll see you next time.